So it's been a while since I've posted any type of social media or any done any content creation, and I think it's just something that's coming back alive in me. So I'm glad to be here, glad to share just my journey and just my process I'm in right now. I had a moment a few days ago that I just wanted to share, and it was a very powerful moment. I heard something very profound, and it's marked me. It's marked this season. Um, a lot of you know me from, my past with filmmaking, CBN, making, videos and storytelling. And I think for a while I've had to sort of just let that go. Just new job, just new life just happens. And here I am. I just feel the need to jump back on and create and share. And so that I would say a season that very much marked me before was practicing God's presence. It was something that I sat with for years. It really spurred me into a ministry expression, seeing people healed and doing the work of an evangelist in the sense of not so much training people, but doing evangelism. I really love leading people to the Lord and sharing my faith and seeing God move. And it was a very special season. I would say I couldn't see a lot of hurt and pain in areas of my life that still needed a touch from God. There was some disconnection. And I was in my car a few days ago and I just had this moment. I was watching a video and I heard the Lord very clearly say, "Son, your past season was very much about practicing my presence. But son, this season is about practicing yours." And it shook me. I think when men or women are broken and you can't be still, you're in a state of survival or fight or flight, that will wrestle against that frequency of just stillness. You will not resonate in a safe place, and it becomes harder to practice God's presence. People need to practice God's presence by first being present with themselves. That's what I'm learning. And I think for a while there's been areas in my heart that have been barricaded off. A lot of language right now is out there about healing the inner child. It's a lot of really good information. A lot of it's been helping me tremendously. And I just made a connection with a lot of this to, scripture. Isaiah 61 talks about, God putting us on display, showing his splendor by planting us as oaks of righteousness. So cool, man. When you cut a tree in half, specifically an oak, which is built by many, many seasons, you're going to see rings inside. You're going to see rings that tell a story. It's a record of the atmosphere it was in, whether there was distress, lots of sun or drought. And those colors of rings, they tell a story. And it's part of the makeup of the tree. You cut a person, you may hit some rings that tell a story of where there was really great moments and where there was really harmful ones too, where maybe needs were not met in a moment, or trauma, which planted fear, anxiety, lust, addiction, pain. Those things will wrestle against you being present as a person. And I know a lot of people out there are suffering. They're having a hard time in relationships, maybe ruining their marriage, and they don't know what's going on. And, for a lot of us people in, the Christian world, like there's a lot of different ways we've learned to heal. You get sozo, theophostics, deliverance models. There's a lot out there. And I think for me, being able to connect with my inner child has been very healing, because part of my story is I've wanted to kill that inner child that shows up. I've been very embarrassed. There's been a lot of shame and guilt around my childhood. And I didn't hold space to hold myself, my, my whole self, past, present, future. Sometimes it's easy to touch the future prophetically and speak into your destiny or someone else's and just be an encourager and see what the Lord's seeing. But I don't know if I had a whole lot of experience at looking at and connecting with myself, that inner boy, that young Tyler that didn't have his needs met in different moments. And I couldn't understand that until now. And it has really brought destruction and chaos and confusion. And that's why I'm here, because I want to be healthy and whole. And I'm very passionate about sharing, connecting with people on a very deep emotional level. And I'm learning things about emotional safety, what it means to be a safe man, what it means to hold that posture where people can feel safe around you, where people are not harmed by your emotions. I have not been the best at that, but I'm learning and I'm in a process, and God has not given up on me. And if you're here and you're listening and you can relate, God is faithful. And I'm excited to keep sharing and being honest and being fully present, because I haven't been for a long time, and that's changing. So God bless you all. Glad you're here.